Hi everyone, Cami Evans here with Cloud9 TV with our Friday segment of food, fashion, and fun. I'll get to these wings in a second. But first, the food's coming from Amis in Westport, Connecticut. Dan LaCitra is going to be joining us and sharing one of their amazing staples, the meatballs, which we all love. Can't wait for that. And then the fashion segment will be with Lucia Gulbransen. She's going to be sharing some of her summer finds. And the fun segment, as you can see, I have these beautiful fairy wings. We're going to be with Princess Papillon sharing their amazing tea party for kids. And I get to enjoy it too because they have children's and adult fairy wings. So we look forward to sharing all of this with you soon. We're so excited. Now we're with Dan LaCitra again from Amis. And we're going to be talking about the staple at Amis, the meatballs.
It is.
Now tell us a little bit about this.
So Mark Vetri, our founder and owner,
Okay.
He's been trained with chefs all over the world, but he still retains things from his roots. And this is his dad's recipe for meatballs.
That's so nice.
So this is Sal's old school meatballs. And Sal used to make this for the staff in Philadelphia, and everybody loved it so much that Mark added it to the menu 7 years ago.
And what part of Italy is it from?
Well, this is based on a Roman recipe because it uses potato, tomato on the bottom.
Okay.
But Mark was trained in the Bergamo region.
Oh my God, so do I get to try it?
Absolutely.
And show everybody my reaction and be, oh my gosh, I want to like be really obnoxious and put the whole thing. This looks so good. Now what's under this?
We put a little bit of tomato-potato mix to actually
Tomato,
hold
potato.
it in place.
Funny thing, I was thinking maybe he said the wrong word, but you actually did mean potato and tomato.
And that's a Roman tradition.
Beyond. All I need is a glass of wine, and then I am ready to go.
You're all set.
This is phenomenal. So Amis over here in Westport, Connecticut, over at Bedford Square.
Yes.
This is great.
Thank you.
And you now are starting some children's menus too?
We did. We just introduced our children's menu. It has 5 items. Plus, we can take from our regular menu to make
My
things
kids would
for
love
kids.
this.
We have many that do.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go check out Amis, Westport, Connecticut, Bedford Square, and thank you again, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited. We have Lucia Gulbransen here, our fashion correspondent.
Oh.
And this is one of my favorite segments, and today you have some summer finds?
I do. I have fun accessories.
Tell us about 'em.
Summer is my favorite time to get lighthearted and fun with my style. And I especially love doing this with accessories. And every fashionista needs an evening clutch bag. There's no reason to carry your day-to-day essentials. And this is the perfect size. It's by Lily Pulitzer. It's called the Pomela bag. And it's gorgeous. I mean, how unique is the way the rattan outlines the fabric?
I love it.
It's such a pretty fabric. It's a great bag to wear with your whites and your neutrals as a pop of color.
And how much is that going for? What's the
It's
price point?
$128. And did I say it's available at Splash of Pink?
Splash of Pink, the Lily Pulitzer store. I love that. Now those are fun.
Gorgeous. We can't talk about accessories without talking about the tassel trend. Tassels are everywhere this season. They're on our shoes, they're on our handbags, and they're on our ears. I especially think these are great. They're chic and bold without being overboard.
They're so elegant. I love the
They are.
navy.
The navy just makes them extremely sophisticated. My styling advice is to keep your neckline simple when you're wearing a bold earring.
Now, where did we get these?
These are from Sheila La,
and
they're $24.
Oh, that's
and They're a
amazing.
must-have. They just elevate any outfit to pure chicness.
And now this is a pretty fun one from Scout and Molly.
Yes, it's on sale for $15. I mean,
Stop
we
it.
can't talk about accessories this season without talking about the pom-pom trend. And this is as whimsical and fun as it gets. I mean, how could you be in a bad mood wearing this kind of hat? I mean, I love this hat. I own it, and you will definitely see me at Campo Beach wearing this.
I think you look amazing in that hat. And
I love it. It's great, and it's functional. I mean, it protects us from the sun, and it's lightweight.
I can't believe it's $15.
Yeah.
It's so stylish.
It's tremendous. I'm just so excited about it.
Now, Lucia, you also have a blog and a website that you're working with?
Yes, I blog on liveplentiful.com.
Okay.
And I also have my own website, so if you want to follow me and learn more about me, please follow me at luciagulbransen.com.
I love it. We'll make sure that everybody gets all that information. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course,
It's been
this
a
was
pleasure.
fun.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you for joining us on our food, fashion, and fun segment. We'll be ending up out on the patio here at Design Within Reach, having our Princess Papillon tea party. These wings are lovely because they're good for adults, kids, boys, and girls. You can enjoy them at weddings, they could be on bridal showers, they could be at any type of festive and fun event. And you're just going to see a bunch of kids enjoying themselves at this little tea party. You can definitely email them here, and be sure to reach out. And we want to thank everybody who was a part of our food, fashion, and fun segment. Amis for sharing some of their Italian cuisine. We would also love to thank Lucia for her summer finds, and for the people at Princess Papillon for sharing their whimsical fairy wings and dragonfly wings that you could have at any tea party. Don't forget, the contest winner for Amis is going to be listed below, and be sure to stay tuned because we're having an exclusive interview with Jill Kargman coming right up. Thanks a lot and have a nice weekend. Hi everyone, Cloud9 TV here with Jill Kargman.
Yay!
We're so excited. I have been obsessed with Odd Mom Out and all of your books.
That makes me so happy.
And I see like this little storyline going, and I wanted to ask you, what is this season going to be like? Because I know everybody's very curious.
Well, of course, I'm not allowed to say too much, but I think fans the first 2 seasons will be really happy because it's richer, it's funnier, it's more outrageous. This year we have really a lot about Hazel, who is my little 11-year-old, and her coming of age is one of the main arcs. And taking her from 11 to 12 and what that entails as a mother, as a father, as a grandmother, how our characters react to her evolution.
Oh my gosh.
And then also
the grandmother character is hilarious.
She's the best. This year, I gotta say, Lara Spots, my showrunner, said it best. Seasons 1 and 2, she was in Aston Martin in a strip mall, and now she's on the Autobahn. Like, she comes into her own this season. We've written so much for her. It's just such a rich character, and we go even deeper with her, so she has a big year as well.
That's amazing, and I saw that whole camp scene, which is so typical of like this part of the world and up in the New England area.
Yeah.
Gosh, I know so many of my friends are dropping their kids off right now and they're watching Odd Mom Out. And
I know, the timing was pretty good.
Perfect.
I'm leaving next week for our Pamplona.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I linger in the back. I don't actually run. But that was me the first year where I was like, what? I didn't know people actually stampede.
Oh, yeah.
Now we just, now this is my 5th year. I just sort of stand in the back and let them go. And I'm only there 30 seconds after them. I mean, we all love our kids, but I don't need to knock down people to get there.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So one other thing that some of the people have been emailing me are asking questions about what's inspired you when you were at that age. So like
that's a great question. I really love Judy Blume. I loved all her books when I was 11, 12. New York kids always read the teen books when they're tweens.
Yeah.
I love Sweet Valley High series. When I was a little younger, I did all those Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys series too. But by the time I was maybe then 13, 14, I was over the teen books.
Yeah.
And I was reading Cynthia Heimel's essays. And I remember devouring all our books. She was in the humor section in the local bookstore.
Oh my God, I need to read this.
And she was great. She wrote all these essay books, and they were very kind of ahead of their time, proto Sex and the City almost.
Okay.
And I loved her. She talked a lot about sex. She had a column in Playboy and was really, really just probably one of the most influential writers aside from Woody Allen. Like Woody Allen's writing his essays Without Feathers I read as a kid, and all his New Yorker stories. And he probably is my #1 main influence.
What's your favorite Woody Allen movie?
Hannah and her sisters.
That's why I call my daughter her
It's
name.
so, really?
Yeah, that's why I chose it. I wanted to give her more
great.
sisters, but I only gave her one.
You
I
gave her
love
one.
that
It's
movie.
the best movie.
Yeah.
It's genius, and I come back to it, you know, every year or two, and I rewatch it, and it's just so brilliant.
Aww.
It's my number one. I mean, above Annie Hall, above Crimes and Misdemeanors. I love all his work.
Oh my gosh. So, what is something that you're comfortable with sharing with everyone that people may not know about you that they should?
Well, I have like little dirty secrets. One funny thing is that people run into me in Soul Cycle and they're like, what the hell are you doing here? Because they just assume that I hate it because it was in the show, but I actually love it.
That's so funny.
It's really my only exercise. I walk everywhere. I walk all over New York, as most New Yorkers do, but sometimes it's not about my ass, it's about my head. I really just want to get in there and listen to music and just move, and it just clears my mind to get a lot of ideas on the bike.
I can't do a Soul Cycle. I tried. I do it. There's certain teachers, like I love MB. She was like
she's great.
She's
back.
20 years ago.
She's back.
I know. She's
Yeah.
in the Hamptons. Let's go.
She's
together.
great.
We'll
I don't do the
class.
Hamptons.
Okay, then I'll go.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah, no. But she's like,
She's
the classes
magical.
are so intense.
It's really intense. I think you have to get used to it. I'm not an athlete really, but you just get in the groove. But I really enjoy it. So that's like a weird thing that nobody gets until I run into people there and they're like, Trader, I thought you hate this shit and you're making fun of it. I was like, I can make fun of it and still like it.
Do with it. That's so funny. So as far as like, because you're, you know, a fashion icon, whether you like it or not.
Slow down.
You
Slow
are.
down.
You are. Like, like you're always dressed beautifully. Your makeup's done. You're very has.
Oh my god, I have no makeup. I just have my lipstick.
I know, but it's working. Your eyes
Okay,
are gorgeous.
Hi, you could fry an egg on my face right now. Hope that's okay.
Do you like certain types of like lines of makeup, or that you know?
I really, makeup wise, it's a total hodgepodge.
Yeah.
I take from every line. I'm not loyal to one. I'm not a devotee. I mean, for lipsticks, I do love MAC. I feel like there's a lot of colors and stuff like that, but I really jump around. I like Makeup Forever. I like Chanel. I like Laura Mercier has. I actually learned about it from my daughter, like a highlighter thing. But I'm not a big contour person. I tend to have no color on my face. I just, you know, a lot of tweets and things sometimes make fun of me for being pale, and I just feel like that's who I am. I have to embrace it, and because I had melanoma and I can't go in the sun, I just sort of lean into it. I make no qualms about trying to wear bronzer or it's just not me. So I kind of just figure, let everyone else wear that. If they say I look like Marilyn Manson, I don't give a shit. I think it's funny, and I just do what is natural.
One thing I could tell everybody is that you have no pores. You have absolutely gorgeous skin.
You're so nice.
No, really.
Yes.
I mean,
don't get
it's
crazy.
like I'll tell you. But you brought up the fact that you are a survivor of melanoma.
Yeah, I had melanoma at 34, and it's actually, the type that I had has nothing to do with the sun.
Okay.
It's the kind Bob Marley died of, and he had it on the bottom of his foot, and mine was right next to my badge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it just was, you know, I don't know, a freak thing. But I can't go in the sun anyway, but because I burn so quickly, but it's just all over my family. It's genetic, and the sun would exacerbate it, but I just prefer the pale look. For my health, for aesthetics, I just want to stay true to like how I was born and not try to be somebody else.
Sure. So I'm sure this may have inspired you to also participate in some fundraising and causes. Are there any causes that you're working on that are in line with that?
Well, Sloan Kettering, my mother volunteers there. I volunteered there for 5 years. Every Monday we did the Fresh Flower program. My mom is now in her 21st year doing that. And the Rockefeller family endowed the hospital with fresh flowers forever.
Oh my God.
It's a fund that throws off, and I know that sounds like, okay, flowers, you know, there's children on chemo drips, like who cares about flowers? But it really brings life and joy into the hospital and infuses it with just a less saccharine, you know, just clean hospital sanitized feeling. It has like just some life to it. So
that's exactly what I was going to say. It brings a certain life, in essence.
So we brought flowers, we arranged the flowers, and then my mother still does, brings them to every single patient who's checked in. So I regularly would come in with a flower arrangement for someone's bedside, and they would say, this can't be for me, nobody knows I'm here. I think you have the wrong room. And I was like, nope, this is from us and the women's board that runs it, the Society of Sloan Kettering. And it was very moving how many people said, nobody knows I'm here, and
Oh,
you must have the wrong room. And I said, no, these are for you. And it brightens their room, so it doesn't have that stark, sanitized hospital feeling. And I thought it was a really good thing to be there every week for that time. And then when I had my second child, I had to stop. But I still am involved, and I go to support when I can. And we just donated some clothes from Odd Mom Out costumes to the Sloan Kettering thrift shop to do an online sale. Yeah, so I feel like that's a cool thing.
That is amazing, and that place has like the best finds too.
It's now moving online.
Yes. And can we share that with our followers?
I don't know when it's on, when they're doing the sale, but if you follow Sloan Kettering, I'm sure they'll post. But
well, and I think what I'll also do is post some information so if people want to learn about Sloan Kettering and how they can get involved, because I mean, there's so many people that are looking for worthy causes, and
yeah, and they do need volunteers. I think, you know, a lot of women sort of, and it always helps. Everything helps, benefits help, and stuffing invitations or whatever. But sometimes with the benefit circuit, people, you know, they'll write a check, and that is very important. But they don't want to get their hands dirty. But I think it's also good to give your time if you can at any place. Of course, you know, people say, well, it's easier to write a check, and I do think they need money, but it's also good for your own soul to just give and be there and help in any way you can. So I do miss that. I miss volunteering, but that's a part of my life that I think I'll return to when I'm a little older. But right now, my work is sort of my main focus. But as a young mother, I definitely needed a volunteering outlet.
that's lovely. Now, we're going to segue into something a bit lighter.
Okay.
I don't even call it segue. I don't even know what I'm using. English is a second language. You know me.
So that's perfect use.
Oh, really? Okay, good. What are you writing about now?
Well, we just finished season 3. We're in post for season 3. I'm going now to finish the second half of the season, voiceovers, like the ADR. It's the recording that you do, and just for like to get clean. They call it looping sometimes. So I'm doing that after this, and then I'm going to be basically working on articles and press to support the show. So I have an article due next week that I'm going to work on, and then hopefully September we'll start a writer's room for season 4.
Done. Awesome. That's so exciting.
I hope so. I mean, you never know. They cancel things. Our show is not as profitable as The Real Housewives because we're scripted, so it costs 5 times as much that, you know, to produce something scripted with unions and actors and lighting versus a reality show.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to make sure our nice advertisers are still on board and all that. But I'm feeling optimistic.
I'm so excited because I think everybody's super intrigued by everything that you're saying. The writing
so much
is
fun.
phenomenal. And you're part of the writing crew
Yeah,
too?
there are 10 episodes and I write 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
we have a
exciting.
writer's room of really talented women who get my voice and
Yeah.
they know exactly how to replicate it. And then my writing partner, Lara, is the showrunner. And so it's just a great team. It's really a family. We have so much fun. Last year, our writer's room we would laugh so hard that we were gagging on our laughter. And we just thought, I can't believe this is our job. It's so much fun. So I would be really happy to have a reunion from Labor Day to Christmas is our writer's room. And then January we do scouting, casting, things like that, and then we shoot February to May, and then we air in the summer.
Oh gosh. Now, if you could choose any other place besides New York City, which is going to be very difficult with your show, where would you choose? Like all of a sudden, New York City.
London.
That's so smart.
London or Paris. I have family in Paris. My mom's French, and I have cousins there who I adore. I was with them last week. But that's really it.
Yeah.
I'm a city girl. I don't do well outside the city. I can't drive. We actually have an episode this season about Greenwich, Connecticut. I think you're going to love it. We meet Brooke's family.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a Thanksgiving episode. And because they're descendants of the Mayflower and Social Register, they do a traditional Pilgrim Thanksgiving. And I'm kind of suicidal thrown into this mix.
That is hilarious.
It's very funny.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah.
So, Odd Mom Out on Bravo.
Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.
Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.
And available on demand.
I watch it on Sling. I watch it on Hulu.
Great.
I mean, wherever it's feeding me, I watch it on wherever Bravo on demand is.
Great.
I'm on it. And do you ever do an after show chat?
I don't. The only version of that I've ever done is just doing Andy Cohen's show.
Okay, so we'll look out for you on Andy Cohen.
Well, this year I'm doing Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers. I'm doing July 27th, The Tonight Show, and then Seth I'm doing before our season finale in September.
So everybody be sure to watch those as well. We'll hashtag this away. Jill, thank you for your
Cammie.
time.
You're the best.
You're awesome. Thank you so
for
much.
being such a long-term supporter from my books. Well before I had a TV show, she was
My
always
girl.
supporting me. So thank you.
Love you. Thank you so much. See you guys soon. Bye.